Welcome to the KMTRADERS channel. We are looking at Bitcoin for this video, this analysis. So what I will be looking for is see if we can continue this bull run that we currently have. So ultimately I'll be looking for longs, but let me show you just in depth of exactly whereabouts. So let me just take it down to the 4 hourly just to give you the video from last time what we predicted. So as we can see here, this is where we were last video. So this bar here, what I was looking for was price to come back down just to see if we can get a cheeky retest, but couldn't find the momentum to change again because we currently had the conditions right there exactly for us to get the buyers involved. So the buyers instantly took upon that 4 hour video, that 4 hour candle, and we just blew out of this here. So we got the double retest and then the push up, and then the entry point was exactly here, so roughly around here, and we got basically towards our TPs, which is roughly around here. So let me just get rid of this. So that was this was the entry point, and it was almost a standard textbook trade. So let's go further and see how we can profit again this week. So we've currently made higher highs this week, so we're still strong and moving up, but on the 4 hourly, just to pinpoint, we're back again into the overbought conditions. So what this means is we'll be looking for price to come back and retest again at some point before we make higher highs, right? So let's just take it down to the hourly and see if we can see the momentum changing any point. So momentum is slowly changing, and this is why, because we got price action making higher highs and the RSI is diverging downwards. Ultimately means we've got a reversal happening soon. So where exactly, we just have to wait until price actually starts to cut below this point here, you know, where it first makes its initial, or sorry, it'll be roughly around here, first makes its first overselling movement, but key signs would be roughly around along here. So if price manages to continue coming back down, that would be an indication or a trigger towards price coming back for the retest. So price coming back into another thing just to pinpoint is that how prices come back into the RSI purple area, which eventually is going to become support for buyers to gain strength, and ultimately we could potentially just come to this key zone and then go higher. So where we are looking at as now, we currently broke above this resistance, as we can see here, where we got this wick on this key level zone at 9883. We've pushed upon it and we've now found it becoming support. So this is basically giving us that we need to basically wait for this mark to come back further down just to test a little bit. I'm not too confident around this area for us to enter a buy, but my scenario would be something like this to go for a buy. And now we're in that position where we start to add our next key levels again once more. So we are, again, we have to look back into the historical data and see approximately where price has been previously restricted or, you know, rejection before. So something along like this. We can see multiple rejections, so you know this is resistance, the support, again support. Let's just draw a couple lines so we don't have to do this again in the previous video. So we have this one here, and we could possibly say this here, yeah, roughly around there. So that's it's a good indicator of key levels for the next coming week. So these will be my target points that I'll be looking at roughly in this area on the 4 hourly. So let's just drop it down to the hourly. We have the exact momentum for the reversal, but if that happens, we have to wait for price to come back down at some point. So potentially believe we could come back to this point and spike up, or we could come back to this point and spike up, or we could get to this point and spike up again. So I know it sounds repetitive, but it's what it is. We have to wait, for example, for the key levels, exact points before we trade upwards for this bullish momentum to continue. I'd rather not buy straight away just because we enter no man's land. For example, if you buy here, you have no idea if this is going to go higher or lower. If you could get stopped out. So for example, if you was putting your stop losses very tight, this would stop you out. So this is why key levels are important, because you've got the strength behind it, because you know it is support. So for example, if we bought here, just as it's gone up, we know that we would place our stop loss well below the key level point, because we know that price has got some strength and some backing behind it before it can close lower. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So that's the reasoning why I trade at key levels, as opposed to just trading just based off bullish candles. So yeah, so that is all for Bitcoin for this week's analysis. So hopefully there was a few golden information that was involved in this video, so that could help you for further trading in your own trading strategy. So I hope that helped. So we'll see for the next following week and see what Bitcoin and how it performs, and see if we can get higher highs as of this week. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.